Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Guys, this is such a treat. I am joined by Ranger Mike, and we are at Atalaya Castle. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. So good to see you.
I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. I want you to tell me all about this place, and it's so rich in history.
Indeed, it is. In fact, this is it's a National Historic Landmark.
Yeah.
One of only two that we have in the South Carolina State Park Service.
All right, so tell me the story.
So this was the winter home of Archer and Anna Hyatt Huntington. Those are the people who built Brooklyn Gardens, which is literally right across the street. Anna was a world-famous sculptor who made a self-made woman. She was considered probably the 10th wealthiest self-made woman in the country at the time she married her husband, Archer Huntington. Archer was one of the wealthiest men in the country. He'd inherited a vast fortune from his father, Hollis B. Huntington. Made the original Huntington family fortune with California Gold Rush, selling supplies to folks hoping to buy gold. Turns out that's where the real money was. Then invested that into Transcontinental Railroad, helping to build the first railroad, unite East and West Coast of the country together, and then invested in the Newport News shipyard. So Archer's his only son inherited this vast fortune from his father.
And clearly he did a pretty good job spending some of that.
He did. In fact,
I might say so.
Yeah, so Archer actually devoted his whole life to philanthropy, giving that fortune away.
Yeah.
He used to joke about himself that wherever he put his foot down, a museum was sure to string on. That was kind of his hobby.
Yeah.
In addition to building Brooklyn Gardens, he also built the Mariner Museum in Newport News and the American Hispanic Society Museum in New York City.
That's incredible. And to think we have this gorgeous structure now to come here and enjoy. It's a little different than it probably was back in the day when they were living here.
A little bit, yeah. So what actually brought the Huntingtons to South Carolina? They had very fine estates in New York and Connecticut. But shortly after they were married, Anna had been diagnosed with tuberculosis. So it was actually a search for health in a warmer climate that brought the Huntingtons originally to South Carolina, which still brings a lot of folks here. And nowadays, that huge chunk of land is now mostly Brooklyn Gardens, but 2,500 acres on the east side of Highway 17 became Huntington Beach State Park in 1960. And then also parts of the land that they own on Sadie Island and the Waccamaw River are now parts of the Waccamaw Wildlife Refuge.
Wow. And you can come and see this castle today, but what is there actually to tour?
So the Atalaya Castle, which, by the way, castle is what everybody in the community called the building. It's not what they simply refer to it as Atalaya, which is Spanish for watchtower, by the way. And it refers to the very literal centerpiece of the building right behind us. Having never lived in the South before, the Huntingtons were very concerned about mosquitoes. So they built a watchtower that was really a water tower that was also meant to double as a giant bat house. They wanted bats to live in the watchtower. They wanted those bats to come flying out every night eating the mosquitoes, and they figured that would solve the problem. But honestly, they hit on a more practical way of avoiding mosquitoes, and that is they just went visit in the winter times. It's never that big of an issue.
You can't really avoid the mosquitoes here in the South End.
Unless you only visit in the winter.
True. All right, Ranger Mike, I appreciate you talking to me about this. Where can people go to get tickets? Do they have to get them here? Can they get them online? How does all that?
So the admission into Atalaya is separate from the park admission. So the admission into Atalaya is $2 per person. Atalaya during the warmer months is open from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. And you can buy your tickets right here at the building. Throughout the summer, there will be guided tours of Atalaya on weekdays at 2 p.m. and on Saturdays at noon.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I have been exploring Brook Green Gardens today, and I am at the Low Country Zoo, and I'm joined by zookeeper Katie. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing much better because I've gotten to be out in the fresh air today. It is so beautiful here, and you truly live a charmed life because you get to be a zookeeper every day. What is that like?
It's pretty cool. Like every day is something new. So we do have a native animal collection. So all of our animals would be found traditionally in the Low Country.
Nice.
So we have like wolves, foxes, otters. We also have a heritage barn. So we have like horses, cows, sheep, goats. But every day is something different, something new. And yeah.
Nice. And okay, we are standing right now in front of the red wolf habitat.
Yes.
Tell me all about this place.
So this was a work of many years. We rely, being a nonprofit, we rely heavily on donations and through the admission costs. A lot of that money goes into bettering our enclosures for our animals, feeding them, giving them enrichment and things like that. But the Red Wolf Ridge, it was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into that.
I can imagine.
But red wolves, they are the most endangered canid species in the world. So there's only about 200 of them left in the world. So the fact that we have 3 here is pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is the place to go if you really want to learn more, because you guys are the experts when it comes to the animals. So do you have an exhibit here that maybe is your favorite? Are you allowed to choose a favorite animal as a zookeeper?
It's kind of hard to choose a favorite. If I had to pick, it would definitely be our otters.
Okay.
So our otter enclosure is actually split into 2 different things. So we have like this glass exhibit. You can see the otters swimming in the pool. They like to follow you if you like walk along the glass exhibit. But we also have a natural cypress marsh swamp enclosure. So the tide goes in and out naturally. So sometimes the otters are doing like all these flips in really deep water. But then when like tide is low, they are hunting for like fiddler crabs and all sorts of little goodies in there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the other exhibits here. When I walked in, I got to see the baby goats.
Yes.
So you have goats and cows and sheep, I think, too?
Yes.
Okay,
sheep
tell me
and,
more.
We also have marsh tacky horses. So all heritage breeds. Our Spanish goats here are actually specifically the Low Country Spanish goats. So they all came from an island in South Carolina. So we specifically breed them. We're part of a breeding program in order to keep that kind of like subspecies lineage going.
Very cool.
So right now we do have like 5 baby goats, and they are pains in my butts, but they are super cute.
And you were saying they were Low Country baby goats.
Yes.
I was going to say, I didn't get it on camera, but I saw one with Spanish moss in its mouth. And I don't
Yes.
think it's more Low Country than that.
Yeah, no, these guys love their Spanish moss. They love it when like a storm rolls through because all the trees lose the Spanish moss, or they will get, especially our live oak trees, if they have limbs fall. All of our animals pretty much love the Spanish moss. Our otters, sometimes they will like grab it and like make a little nest or like bed
Wow.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Using the elements.
Yeah.
Well, very cool, Katie. This story is sponsored by Ubisoft. Well, guys, I have something really excited to talk about. I have Matt in the studio, and we are talking about a blockbuster film release and major game expansion. And we've all heard of Avatar, right? Matt, I want you to tell me about some trends that we are seeing in crossovers. What are you seeing, and what do you think is driving that?
Of course. Well, we're seeing the top brands create a world-building ecosystem across mediums: films, games, experiences, content. It's the ability to craft one immersive world that is cohesively connected through all of these interaction points.
And let's talk about how fans can experience the Avatar universe from home after they've seen the film. What can players expect to see?
Yeah, I mean, players can expect to truly engage and explore Pandora. So, quick spoiler alert, in the game, you start in a research facility, you're trying to escape, and then you're thrust into the world. And the one thing you'll notice is it's stunning. It's one of the first video games I've played where the environment feels alive, the way your Navi walks through the brush, the plant life, the lighting. It literally feels like you are in the movie. The only difference is you are in control, and you can actually extend the story and even learn more about Avatar.
And there's been some innovations when it comes to 3D environments. So how is that helping to bring these imaginative worlds to life?
Well, I'd say the greatest innovation is what Ubisoft did in the perspective. So when this game initially came out in 2023, it was first person. You saw the world through the eyes of the Navi. But now you can play it in third person mode, which is really exciting and how I love to play, because then I can see my Navi, which is completely customizable, and kind of traverse Pandora with, I'd argue, higher stakes. So with the From the Ashes expansion pack, it honestly feels like a brand new game and a whole new experience. It's such a simple innovation, but it makes such an impact in the game itself.
All right, well, where can our audience go to learn more information?
Of course, you can go to ubisoft.com to learn more about Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora From the Ashes. And it's just a fantastic game, and you can play it by yourself or with everyone else in co-op mode, which actually I love to do.
This story is sponsored by Ubisoft.
Grab your smocks, everyone, because today we're hanging out with Natalie at Myrtle Beach Art Museum's Pottery Studio.
So I'm just pressing it, and I'm using my body weight to press on my hands. I'm not using my hand strength so much. Nice and steady while you're doing it. And that's hard, but you'll notice that I'm always bracing one hand with my other hand, and I almost always have my elbows on my legs to stabilize them.
Natalie is the Pottery Studio manager and instructor, helping new and seasoned potters hone their skills.
What is the most difficult vessel to make?
There's a couple that are pretty hard to make. Bottles seem to give people a hard time. Big, wide bowls, because they want to fall down. You know, if you get too much water on them, they fall down. If you pull them out too fast, they fall down. But the smaller bowls are easier to manage.
With more than 20 years of experience, she makes the craft look effortless.
All right, so I'm going to do what's called pulling up, and I do this at a much slower rate. And I'm just gonna push on the bottom here to push that clay up to the top.
Have you guessed what she's making yet?
And then I'll do some coloring. And coloring is another way of bringing the neck in. So I'm just gonna take my hands on the outside and give it some pressure here. That's gonna make the clay go up. It's gonna make it thicker right where I'm pressing, and it's gonna bring that center in.
After a few tweaks, voila, it's a beautiful vase.
I can't believe I got to do this today.
I'm so excited.
This for so long.
That's
You have no
wonderful.
idea. This is so
Oh,
cool.
I'm so glad you like it.
If you're interested in hanging out with Natalie as well, check out her classes and join the waitlist at myrtlebeachartmuseum.org.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today, I mean, come on, what a treat. I am at the Art Museum of Myrtle Beach. How are you doing, Patricia?
Oh, I couldn't be better. Thank you for being here.
So you are the executive director here.
I am, yes.
You know quite a bit about art.
I know quite a bit about this museum.
Okay.
I don't say that I know everything about art, but I certainly know about this museum and what we feature. And I'm delighted to feature the Rhodes Collection of African American art, the Rhodes Collection of African American art, in this exhibition entitled Lifting Black Voices.
I mean, we just took a little walk around, and it's breathtaking.
It is breathtaking.
I mean, you have Philip Simmons, Jonathan Green, just
right.
Really, really awesome.
We have 80 works by 30 different artists, all collected by Dr. and Mrs. Rhodes, who have a dental practice in Walterboro and live in Charleston, South Carolina. They have been collecting since 1991, and this is just a small portion of their collection. And weren't we lucky to get these 80 pieces?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and I mean, we have names like Jonathan Green and Philip Simmons, Tyrone Jeter, Ariane King Comer, and Leo Twiggs, who do batiks. We have sculpture and woodwork and ironwork and oils and pastels. I mean, collages, James Denmark collages. So it just tells such a wonderful story. Mainly, all of these artists have ties to South Carolina. They all were born here, taught here, lived here, created here. So this is really a homage to South Carolina and the art of past and present.
Well, I mean, what has the response been to people who have been perusing this exhibit so far?
Absolutely couldn't have been better. Just what we were hoping for. I mean, we're just reaching people, you know, tourists, of course, who are coming to Myrtle Beach, but also to our residents. And we also offer a lot of children's programming.
Love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. We have camps for 5 to 7-year-olds and to 8 to 12-year-olds. We also offer free programming for community groups.
Love that.
Yes, then they come from Georgetown and all over Horry County, so we're very proud of that too.
Now remind me of y'all's hours. I mean, this is the place to come if you want.
And we're free admission.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's
right.
free, it's air conditioned. We love that.
Yeah, we
especially in the
do,
summer
yes.
here. But what are your hours?
Our hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 1 to 5.
Perfect. Now, what's the best way to contact you guys?
Our website is myrtlebeachartmuseum.org, or call us at 843-238-2510.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.